Okay, we are live.
Can we go? Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Phumeza Mdabe, and I'm so excited that we're going to be reading a story today. I hope abangani bami who are in grade R, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 are all with me today. Does anyone know why I am one of the people that are reading to you and why you're not at school? Well, that's because we have a sort of an epidemic, which means that there's a virus going around. I'm sure that your parents told you about this virus, and that is why we are on lockdown, and South Africa is on lockdown, and that's why you're sitting at home and not going to school. And why? So that we can all stay safe. And remember to wash your hands all the time. If you need to cough, cough into your t-shirt or into your elbow. If you need to sneeze, do the same thing. And after all of this, and when everyone is healthy again, we can all go back to school and meet our teachers and our friends. I'm sure but soon we will be going back to school. For today, I'm going to be reading to you, and the story is called The Owl and the Chameleon. It is by Shasha Siagamela, and the illustrations were done by Heidel Dedekant. I hope you're ready. So, once, a wise owl decided to travel all over the world. He traveled to many countries, and eventually he landed in a part of South Africa called Limpopo. Banganbam, do you know where Limpopo is? First of all, let me ask you, how many provinces do we have in South Africa? Can you guess? We have 9 provinces in South Africa, and Limpopo is one of them. Western Cape is one of them. Eastern Cape is one of them. Gauteng, where I am, is one of them. So that is where the provinces are. And so the wise old owl went to Limpopo. Here the owl became lonely, because he had no friends. So he decided to travel across Limpopo to find friends and learn all about this new place. Guys, do we know what an owl is? It's called Zulu. An owl is one of the birds that sit in the tree and particularly like to come out at night because they like to eat rats. I know that they like to eat rats. So that is what an owl is one of the birds. On his way, the owl met a dung beetle. I'm sure we know what a beetle is, but do we know what dung is? Ubulongwe, dung. Dung is animal. Okay, at my house, we call the stuff that you do number 2 in the toilet, we call it ugudeya. It's a polite word so that we don't say the other nasty word, but it's a number 2. So he likes to collect animal number 2. Oh, disgusting. Hello, dung beetle, said the owl. I am a wise owl. I have been traveling around the world learning about different places. I came here to learn about Limpopo. Would you be my friend and tell me about yourself and Limpopo? Asked the owl. I'm a beetle and I feed on animal dung. So that's why I'm called a dung beetle, explained the beetle. This dung ball that I have rolled will be used as a nest for my eggs. Later, it will be used to feed my children. I spend days and days looking for dung. I don't travel very far, so I can't tell you much about Limpopo. Maybe you should ask the weave bird to help you. The owl thanked the beetle and said goodbye. He flew around until he saw a weave bird. Hello, weave bird. Would you be my friend and tell me about yourself and about Limpopo? Asked the owl. I am very creative when I build my nest. It is complicated, you see, and needs a lot of work. I do the same things all year around. So every season is the same for me. I go out and collect lots and lots of reeds and grass to weave my nest. What does weave mean, friends? Do you know what it means? It means, so it collects reeds and grass and puts them together so that it can make a nice little comfy home for its eggs. And then it can sit there till the eggs hatch and new little birdies come out. I can't tell you more than that. The honey badger might be able to tell you more about Limpopo, said the weave bird. The owl thanked the weave bird and said goodbye. Then he continued on his way until he came across a honey badger. Hello, honey badger. Would you be my friend and tell me about yourself and about Limpopo? Asked the owl. They call me honey badger because I love honey, but I also eat other things. I might be a small mammal, but I am fearless and strong. And I believe that the honey badger is fearless and strong. You know why? Because this is what he says. I am always on the lookout for honey. I love eating bee larvae. So you can always find me raiding African honeybee nests. Imagine going to hunt a honeybee nest. Friends, tell me, do you go close to a honeybee nest? I definitely don't. I don't want to be stung by the bees. Yes, the honey is very, very delicious, but you won't find me near that nest. When they sting you and it's sore and it's red, it's not an experience you want to have one day. If you stay longer, I could take you with me on my next honey hunt. There's not much else I can tell you. If you need to know more, why don't you go and ask the clever chameleon over there, said the honey badger. The owl once again thanked the honey badger and said goodbye. Then he went in search of the chameleon. The owl was just starting to feel sad. Shame, guys. I also feel sad because the owl is not finding friends. He just got to this place called Limpopo. He wants to make new friends so that he can learn about Limpopo. And you know, everyone is just telling him, no, I'm too busy, or I do the same thing over and over, and I can't help you. The owl was just starting to feel sad about not finding a friend who could help him when he spotted the chameleon. Let's hope that the chameleon is going to be his friend, guys. Hello, chameleon. I am a wise owl. I have been traveling all around the world learning about different places. I came here to learn about Limpopo. Would you be my friend and tell me about yourself and about Limpopo? Asked the owl. Well, I'm a chameleon. My skin is special because it can change color. I can catch flies with my long, sticky tongue. Ugh. Imagine friends eating flies. Woo. Well, I guess that's his favorite meal. And actually, his tongue is made to catch flies because it's long and sticky. So even if he gets the fly, it can't fly away because it's stuck onto his tongue. Here in Limpopo, rain comes in the summer and then the plants change their color and become green. What plants are green? Well, the most basic plants like trees, they have green leaves. Your grass is green. So most of the things in nature are green. And then we've got those special ones that blossom, the flowers that come out and make different colors. And that just make the scenery very, very beautiful. I change color too, to green like the leaves. Did you hear that? The chameleon says that he can change color to look like the leaves. He can change into green. Isn't that a cool superpower? If you had to have a superpower, I think I'd like a superpower that I could change into any color. I change color too, to green like the leaves. In autumn, the leaves change color to yellow and brown. Autumn is one of the seasons that we have. So we have summer, and then we have spring, and then we have autumn, and then we have winter. So autumn, we are in autumn right now, meaning that the seasons are preparing to go into winter. That's why it's getting a little bit cold, a little bit chilly. The leaves are starting to turn brown so that everything can be reborn and redone over and over and over and over. It's a very, very beautiful thing. Then my skin changes to look like the different colored autumn leaves, explained the chameleon. So he can change into brown. This means that the chameleon can change into any color it wants. Isn't that amazing? I'd like to have a friend that's a chameleon. No, actually, no. You know why? Because that friend could play a trick on me, and then when I'm looking for him or her, they change and they look like the couch. No ways. And then I won't be able to see him or her. It's going to be playing too many tricks on me. I don't think I want a friend that's a chameleon. The owl had never met an animal whose skin could change color. He listened carefully as the chameleon continued. Okay. The winters in Limpopo are dry, and so the forests look gray. Can you guess what color I change to in winter? So let's think about this, my friends. He said that the forests look gray in winter, right? In Limpopo, they are dry, the winters are dry, and the forests look gray. And then he says, can you guess what color I can change to in winter? I think he'll give us an idea what color he changes to in winter. Do you want to guess with me? I think he changes to gray. Yes, that's right. To a grayish color to look just like the forest. We got it right. In spring, the plants have flowers of all different colors. Remember, friends, I just said this just now. My skin can change to match all of those colors. Isn't that amazing? The chameleon can change into any color it wants in its environment. And do we know why it does this? This is one of the ways that it protects itself from predators. And a predator is something that hunts another to have it for supper. In the wild, this is very common because animals hunt each other. Depends where you fall. If you're a lion, you're going to hunt a deer, and the deer is going to hunt something else, and so it goes until you get to small little insects like beetles and flies, and they have things that they want to eat. So it's a never-ending process, and this is amazing that this is how it protects itself, because it means that the enemy never sees where it is. Very clever. I have all the time in the world, and I can be your friend. Finally, the owl finds a friend. I am so happy. I do not travel very far, so you will always be able to find me easily. Oh, guys, I am so happy for the owl. The owl was so relieved to find a friend who could help him learn about Limpopo. From that day, the owl and the chameleon became best friends, and the owl often visited the chameleon. End of story. I really, really like the story because it has a happy ending. Finally, the owl has a friend who's going to show him all over Limpopo and what Limpopo is made of, except when the owl is looking for the chameleon sometimes and the chameleon wants to play a joke on him, he'll just blend in with wherever he's sitting. If he's sitting on the grass, he'll turn green, and the owl won't ever be able to find him. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Till next time.